Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to, thankfully, the final episode of the 21-22 season. Something that has been an absolute disaster this year on the young team. As you can see, we have finished in ninth place, just kind of not anywhere near relegation trouble, but at the same time, not very close to above us. Now, this is probably going to be one of the more important pre-seasons and summers coming up because it is leading up to the World Cup of 2022, where the season usually is congested for the first couple of months and then the end of the season because of that Winter World Cup. So this is going to be a massive pre-season. But we'll talk about that later. We've got to crack through with the final game and document the last couple of matches. So we'll cover everything basically after the Let's Play. So last time he joined us was a 1-1 draw against St Mirren, followed up with a 2-0 defeat away to Hearts. Quite unlucky. Lee Mallon with opening goal. Jens Odegaard got injured on his return to the team, which was a bit annoying. We actually went gung-ho, everybody forward, very attacking, before Uche Ikepezu made it 2-0 to the home side, who are obviously at the time challenging for the league title, so not necessarily that bad a result, but it was a good effort. Next up was a Lanarkshire derby, and thankfully Accies were put in their place. Conor O'Grady was sent off early doors for a disgusting challenge, before goals from David Turnbull and Pat Skelton put us 2-0 up. Gareth Udkis made it 2-1 before David Turnbull decided this is the David Turnbull show and made it 3-1, gifting us a wonderful 3 points. St Mirren again at home, and really we were just very, very poor. Just the story of our season, just not scoring enough goals, and it was a goal from Tom Delibashiru who gave the visitors 3 points and pretty much ended any hope of us finishing higher up the table. Trip to Kelly was next. Again, just don't look like scoring, very frustrating. You can see there two strikers as subs, Scott Thompson and Jens Odegaard. It was Innes Cameron, the young striker for Kilmarnock, who gave the home side the 3 points. We actually changed the system up and went to a 4-4-2 with a winger and an inverted winger, and we actually won 3-0. So you'll see we'll be playing that formation today with goals. Two in a couple of minutes from Ryan Brewster and Chris Cadden for Scott Thompson. It made it 3-0 in the last minute in stoppage time. You can see there though, Scott Wright came on, 3 assists in that inverted winger role. So guess who's playing as an inverted winger today? Scott Wright. Imagine that. So it is St Johnstone in the last game of the season. Neither team have anything to play for. I think the only thing in terms of the bottom six is really just who goes in the relegation playoff. Just double check that. Yep. So it's Kilmarnock versus Hamilton. So Kelly need to win effectively, and Hamilton avoiding a defeat, and they'll be fine. St Johnstone could finish 7th, but that's really the only thing that matters between them, as St Mirren play Ayr anyway, who are relegated to the bottom table. We'll cover all the divisions as well. For this matchup, as I say, we're sticking with a 4-4-2. This is going to be George Long, Colin Rosler, Carl McHugh, Charles Dunn. Lee Arthur gets an opportunity, because last game of the season, not to play for, may as well play some youngsters. Cadden on the right, see if there's some interest from Aberdeen. David Turnbull, Alan Campbell and Scott Wright on the left hand side, so maybe he's talking himself back into contention. Scott Thompson and Pat Skelton lead the line. You can see the subs bench, very youthful. Stevie Matlin from last year's youth intake, the goalkeeper. Mitch Clark, Rui Rua, Jens Odegaard, Chris Donaldson from 2 seasons ago youth intake, maybe even the first season youth intake. And for this year's intake we have Graham Brown, the 15-year-old striker, and Lee O'Donnell, quite a fitting name, O'Donnell, at Motherwell, and that was another one that came through in the latest intake. So they'll get chances. That's me just basically loaded every player we've got. Would have been a good chance for Michael Scott, a good youngster in this intake, but unfortunately injured. Promising future there. So a lot of those names, especially the ones with the potential high, that you may see more often as the series develops. But we'll crack on and we'll play this final game of the season, and we'll see how it goes. As just watching the under-21 Euros, and Danny Ceballos has scored a rasper for Spain. So see how it goes. It's a 4-4-2 cautious, inverted winger, wide midfielder. See how it goes. 2 squad numbers for O'Donnell and Brown. Let's give them 49 and 52 respectively. No real expectations for the match. It is just really a case of, give some of the younger boys an opportunity and hopefully finish the season well. The visitors playing a 4-2-3-1. Now we'll just say to the guys, Cam, go have fun. You know what I mean? It might make an arse it might lose, but at the end of the day, football, especially at the lower level, should just all about be having fun. Obviously, in real life, at the top level, it's all about money, winning. But when you started out, it was just fun. So we'll see what happens here. I'll scroll up a little bit so I can actually not that, so I can monitor everybody's rating. Here we are, Shock League. Craig Moore, former Motherwell striker, has them 1-0 up against St Mirren, and then 2-0 through Alan Forrest. It'll be interesting to see if there is anything from Hamilton against Kelly. There we go, Hamilton lead, which would mean Kelly in the playoff. It's a bit of a shocker. So far, pretty drab game. End of season affair. Both teams, I think, maybe eyeing up the beach rather than this particular match. No clear-cut chances for either side. 50-50 possession. Really been anything spectacular, has it? It's just been a pretty drab, awful game. But I think it gives us a good opportunity to probably give the younger boys an opportunity in the second half, and one of them can write themselves into the record books. So Kelly have equalised, Gavin Massey, just before half time. As for this, drab first half, absolutely drab. So aggressive, far from pleased. We'll give it to about 65 minutes, and then we'll give the younger boys an opportunity. We'll probably put Maitland in goals, give him an opportunity. I know he's only 16, but the guy's got massive potential. So we shall see how he handles being up against the likes of Tony Watt. I just can't get over it's such a drab game, not one highlight. Really? I don't want to go and change everything when it's the end of the season. I do want to give just the younger boys an opportunity. So what we'll do is we'll give it to 70 minutes. We'll change from cautious, we'll go positive, and we'll just go for it. So there we go, 70 minutes on the clock. The injury to Chris Cadden is not ideal. So Leo Donnell will get his opportunity out there. Probably not a natural right mid, but we'll put him out there as an attacking winger. Have fun, bomb forward, do what you like. We will take off Pat Skelton and we will put on, I need to remember his first name, Graham Brown. Well, you're not used to him, I need to remember what they're called. I'm just going to make you pressing forward, they're pressing in advance, so that's fine. Two of you in there, and no, I was going to put Donaldson in, but let's actually go with Steve Maitland and see how he does. So we've done that, we'll go attacking, just go for it. So a lot of the youngsters are getting in. You saw obviously the last game we played the last season. For whoever watched that will see that we did play a full team of youth academy players, whether they be real life academy players or new gens. The estate's called the young team, and half that young team are no longer here. And we've only got Turnbull and Campbell in the game. So there's a good chance. Oh, I don't know with a chance. Oh, you need to start promoting the youth players that are, of course, new gens. So that's obviously going to be the plan. If we can get to like 20, 27, 28, we've just got a full team of new gens, that would be pretty class. I've all come through the academy. I can't see it happening, but it's one thing I'd love to do because I just always tend to bring people in, sell them for profit. I'd rather just give our own youngsters a chance and see how we go with that module. But no, a couple of chances in the second half, so we went a bit more attacking, but nothing that's really benefited us. We queue away again as Koulibaly causing some problems for the defence. I think we'll just change it from attacking to positive, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully don't get any injuries. When it gets to 85, very attacking, push forward. There's 5 minutes left to go in the season, boys. Just go have a bit of fun. And don't end this with a drab 0-0. Although one thing that's promising is Arthur's played well, the centre back. Here's Arthur, plays it in. Turnbull, right. Oh, I thought one of the youngsters was going to get the chance to score. And if anything, because we're gung-ho, we're giving them all a chance, we are going to get counter-attacked to fuck. And, oh, good save, I think. Oh, that hit the post there, but just a shame it just didn't fall for one of our younger players making their debuts. And there's a chance from Rathbone, I think it is. That's went miles over, but I think it is going to finish goalless here. Unless we can get a quick counter, we've got the bodies. They distribute City, plays it well, and Graham Brown is offside. That would have been a story. The 15-year-old possibly scoring on his debut. But it's goalless here, and it finishes 0-0. As I say, good to see Stevie Maitland actually at 7.3. Not bad for a 16-year-old goalkeeper and the 18-year-old left back with 7.1, so that's at least promising. Some of the younger talents have done okay, maybe not quite ready for first team football yet. And it was Hamilton, the late win there. Alexander Gogic, making it 2-1, meaning Kilmarnock, will play in the playoff and potentially could join their rivals in the Championship. That answer will be revealed as we start next season, but just a wee quick look here. What we will do is we will quickly, while everybody's here, hammer through that process button so we can get to the following day, see if any news items come up, but at the same time, we find out who wins the league as well. We can do the proper rundown of pretty much everything. Top goal scorer, top assister, player of the month even, player of the month, best average rating, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So hopefully, it moves its arse. And we can find out. So there we go. 8 o'clock, come on you, get there. But you'll probably notice as well, we're a bit in debt. I'm hoping this is a year we can potentially sell a Cadden or a Campbell, maybe Turnbull, depending on how much money comes in from. I don't see the AI paying the money I want, but we're going to have to read these before we can actually get to what I want to do, which was see how Celtic, etc. are done in the title. But there's your overall best team now. So we're sitting with Long, Clark, Aldred, Dunn, Tate, Grimshaw, Cadden, Turnbull, Hasty, Aribe, and Main is the greatest ever Motherwell side in the game. For the year went to David Turnbull, 36%, followed by Charles Dunn and George Long. David Turnbull, goal of the season. David Turnbull, young player of the year. Colin Rosler was the signing of the season, which is quite mad considering George Long signed last year. Right, I'll let you off. But that just shows how bad our recruitment was. That's what it is. You see there, what a pathetic season. We actually finished it. That's the highest we'd been all season, was that run in ninth after like the first game. We just had an absolutely terrible, terrible season there. 38 players were used as well, so might need to cut that down. Forward. We'll say the boys safe mid-table. They're happy with that, but we need to be aiming higher than that. Just keeps morale high, and hopefully we can just do better than we've done there. Because honestly, that should have been a top 6 season, but too much recruitment was in potential rather than somebody that was going to do us a turn now. So we'll get actually a few news items before we actually see what we need to do. We don't hit a tax bill. Flo tells us that, so that's good to see. Commercial wise, a new kit deal. Oh, kit sponsors up 1.1 million rather than 325k, so that's encouraging. Although a lot of negatives there for broadcast revenues, corporate and hospitality, and the matchday commercial and retail. Top shirt seller, David Turnbull. Not surprised. Budget, 0. Fantastic. And the initial wage budget is 45.5k, meaning 5k wages is all I've got to spend, which will get taken into account when we have to pay for signing on fees as well. So we badly need to sell someone. Let's hope that happens. But here we go. League title on the line. Celtic, Hibs, Dundee, Aberdeen, Hearts against Rangers. 3 teams could win the title. It's likely going to be Celtic, but let's find out. Who is the 21-22 Scottish Premiership champions? And it is Celtic, who win by 4 goals. It looks a lot harder than it was. They were actually 4-1 up there. And they scored twice. But yeah, they win 4-3. Dundee beat Aberdeen 4-3. And Hearts beat Rangers 3-0. So Hearts finished second to qualify for the Champions League best placed, but they'll probably get knocked out. Seeing Rangers, Dundee and Aberdeen will all be in the Europa League. So a quick look at the stages section. Sorry, not the stages section, the profile. Top goal scorer was that bio, Vakun Isuf bio that nobody's seen in real life, but might be good by the time this video goes live. Don't know. Tony Watt with 21 goals and Kun Temeniskov with 17. Player of the match, he's dominated with Barisic, same with Player of the Year. Honestly, he looked at that kind of player the first couple of games with Rangers and then just turned terrible. So who knows what will go with him going forward. Diaganga was the second in terms of the average rating annoying, because that's somebody who was going to sign for us, but we had used all our loans, and Scott Tennant, a young player for Hearts. So the future is certainly bright for Hearts. His physicals were really good. Odatayu, Blair Alston, and Stevie Mallon were the best in terms of assists, with Yvonne Mavogo, who's still there, yep. Jamal Blackman and Joe Lewis, the best ones in the clean sheets. As far as the championship goes, Airdrie have relegated Livingston. Livingston are actually now in the third tier. Wow. Mad. But it's Inverness up. Raith will play Kilmarnock. So we'll see who wins that. Both Livingston and Falkirk into the third tier of Scottish football. I keep hitting the wrong buttons here, which is not ideal. It just annoys me at the end of the season. It just puts up the last match and I have to go through all this just to get the league table. Montrose and Airdrie will be playing in the championship, so that's quite interesting that both of them managed to make it there. Edinburgh City and Peterborough will both be playing in the bottom tier. Queen's Park are up, I believe, so that's Queen's Park and Cowdenbeath are up. Elgin City finished bottom, but they did survive. Who was it they defeated? This is one we actually need to go to profile. Borough Rangers, it was. They beat 4-2 on aggregate. So, cutting us down in the season. Both are disappointed, but we get 1.57 million for that. Bold confidence in me. Have they got any? Stable. Not horrible. Finances, 400k in the good side, but we need to be a lot better than that. But yeah, that's it for another season. I'm away to try and recruit as well as we can and hopefully get a few people out the door and push on. But until next year, I shall catch you then. Hopefully the congestion isn't too bad with fixtures, and hopefully we can actually take the young team on to a good season. So just watching, as always, any likes, comments and subs, all that jazz are all deeply appreciated. It would just give you alerts to when videos are going live every couple of days. That's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for this title to be won before FM20. And then I'll say goodbye, see you later. But yeah, much appreciated. Take it easy, enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully see you next season for some more of the young team. Bye bye.